Get ready for a massive update from the pitch, because the action is heating up. First off, the DFB-Pokal is reaching a fever pitch as Harry Kane and Diaz just powered Bayern Munich to a thrilling 2-0 victory over Bayer Leverkusen. Die Roten are officially marching into the final, leaving fans stunned and eager to see if they can hoist the trophy. This high-stakes clash proved exactly why Bayern remains the team to beat on the biggest stages.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the drama doesn't stop with the final whistle, because Robert Andrich is making a desperate late-stage pitch to Julian Nagelsmann for a spot on Germany's World Cup squad. The Bayer Leverkusen captain is refusing to book a holiday, insisting he still has exactly what it takes to help the national team perform in the United States this summer. Even with his chances looking slim, Andrich is fighting for every single minute to prove he deserves his seat on the plane. We are digging deeper into the psychological game behind the DFB selection process as Julian Nagelsmann evaluates whether his players have the right temperament for a long-haul tournament. It is not just about raw talent on the pitch anymore, as the national coach is hunting for those rare super subs who can maintain team chemistry during an 8-week grind. Will the leadership qualities of someone like Robert Andrich be the secret weapon Nagelsmann needs for his final roster? Finally, we have to talk about the absolute masterclass being put on by Jamal Musiala as he continues to dominate for Bayern Munich under the guidance of Vincent Kompany. After that massive win against Leverkusen, the coach confirmed that Musiala is finally playing with the kind of freedom and joy that makes him truly unstoppable. He is clearly hitting his stride at the perfect moment for their upcoming Champions League push. So make sure you stay in the loop by hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a beat. Ever wondered what happens when two titans of German football collide with a trip to the DFB-Pokal final on the line? Well, Bayer Leverkusen just found out the hard way. In a masterclass of tactical precision, Bayern Munich marched into the final with a commanding 2-0 victory, and honestly, it felt like a statement of intent from the Bavarian giants. The stars of the night were undeniable: Harry Kane and Diaz. Watching Kane weave his way through defensive lines is one thing, but pairing him with the electric pace of Diaz, that is a nightmare for any backline, and they proved it by dismantling Leverkusen's structure piece by piece. You could see the frustration building on the Leverkusen side as they struggled to find any rhythm against a relentless Bayern press. This wasn't just a win. It was clinical, cold-blooded, and exactly what fans expect when Die Roten are firing on all cylinders. This result doesn't just secure their spot in the final, it sends a warning to the rest of the league that Bayern is absolutely not slowing down. What do you think? Can anyone actually stop this version of Bayern right now? Drop a comment below to let me know, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the action on the pitch. Football has a way of humbling even the best, and tonight, Leverkusen learned that the hard way. Imagine being a guaranteed starter for your national team 1 minute and a complete outsider the next. That is the roller coaster life of Bayer Leverkusen's Robert Andrich right now. With the World Cup looming, Andrich has sent a direct message to Julian Nagelsmann. I haven't booked a holiday yet, and I have something to offer this team. But is that enough to earn a seat on the plane? It's a fascinating fall from grace. Under Xabi Alonso, Andrich was a powerhouse, anchoring that legendary unbeaten midfield alongside Granit Xhaka. He was practically glued to Nagelsmann's starting Xi throughout the European Championship cycle, but the tide has turned. Since the Nations League clash with Italy, he's barely seen the pitch, managing a measly 17 minutes. To make matters worse, he's been left out of recent camps entirely. Why? Because football is a game of shifting sands. At the club level, Andrich has transitioned into a back three defender under Kasper H. Hjulmand, a position where Germany is already stacked with talent like Rudiger, Tah, and Schlotterbeck. Meanwhile, in midfield, younger, hungrier talents are climbing the ladder. But don't write him off just yet. Andrich is still the captain of a Leverkusen side that relies on his big-game mentality. Whether it's a header against Arsenal or a thunderous long-range winner against Dortmund, he knows how to show up when the stakes are highest. And here's the secret sauce. Nagelsmann isn't just looking for tactical pieces, he's looking for culture setters. In a tournament environment where you're stuck together for weeks on end, having a player who can thrive on the bench without poisoning the well is pure gold. Nagelsmann has hinted that he needs guys who can transition from club stars to supportive teammates seamlessly. Andrich has that grit, that vocal presence, and that team-first attitude that coaches crave behind closed doors. So, will he make it? The door isn't locked, but the clock is ticking. What do you think? Is Andrich's experience worth a spot, or should Germany look to the future with younger options? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of international football. And remember, in a tournament, the players who don't start are often the ones who keep the team from falling apart. Is the door to the German World Cup squad finally swinging shut for one of their most reliable workhorses, or is there a late twist in the tale? Robert Andrich is currently staring down that exact question. Once a staple of Julian Nagelsmann's midfield engine room during the home Euros, Andrich has found himself strangely sidelined, relegated to the fringes of the national setup. Yet, the Bayer Leverkusen captain isn't packing his bags for a summer vacation just yet. In fact, he's convinced he has unfinished business on the international stage. Let's look at the reality of his situation. Under Xabi Alonso's tactical masterclass at Leverkusen, Andrich has evolved into a defensive chameleon, often dropping back into a three-man backline. While that versatility is a manager's dream at the club level, it's a bit of a double-edged sword for the DFB. Nagelsmann is already well-stocked in the heart of defense, and with a midfield queue featuring the likes of Pavlovic, Goretzka, and Gross, Andrich is facing a brutal competition for a roster spot. However, count him out at your own peril. We've seen him step up in the biggest moments. The Champions League winner against Arsenal, the clutch strike against Dortmund, proving he has that rare, big-game composure. But here is the secret weapon that might just land him a seat on the plane: his character. Nagelsmann has been vocal about the unique demands of a tournament environment. It's not just about who hits the cleanest pass. It's about who keeps the squad chemistry alive during those grueling 8-week stretches away from home. Andrich is the consummate team player, the kind of guy who can anchor a midfield or support from the bench without toxic ego, which is exactly the human element a World Cup campaign thrives on. Nagelsmann knows that a squad is only as strong as its least utilized player. If Andrich can keep delivering on the pitch for Leverkusen, his mental profile might be the tiebreaker that secures his spot. What do you think? Does Andrich deserve that final call-up, or should Germany prioritize younger legs for the World Cup journey? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more tactical analysis. After all, in a tournament as unpredictable as the World Cup, it's the quiet leaders like Andrich who often decide the fate of nations. Is there anything more electrifying in football right now than Jamal Musiala in full flight? If you've been watching Bayern Munich lately, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The young superstar is currently on a blistering hot streak, recording a goal contribution in 4 consecutive games. His latest masterclass came in Wednesday's 2-0 DFB-Pokal semi-final win against Bayer Leverkusen, where he served up an absolute beauty of an assist for Harry Kane's opening goal. It's the kind of vision that reminds us why he is considered one of the brightest talents on the planet. Speaking after the final whistle, Bayern manager Vincent Kompany was clearly impressed, but he offered a deeper insight into what's actually happening behind the scenes. Kompany noted that Musiala is finally playing with a sense of genuine freedom that was missing earlier this season. We have to remember that he's been battling his way back from a grueling long-term injury sustained last summer, and it's no secret that regaining that rhythm takes time. Kompany put it perfectly when he said the joy is slowly coming back into his game. When a player like Musiala plays with joy, the results speak for themselves. With the Bundesliga title already in the bag, the big question now is how Bayern will manage his minutes. He might get a well-deserved breather against Mainz this weekend, but let's be real. All eyes are firmly locked on that Champions League semi-final clash against PSG next Tuesday. It is going to be the ultimate stage for him to prove that he is truly back to his best. Do you think Musiala is the key to Bayern lifting the Champions League trophy this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more daily football updates. At the end of the day, form is temporary, but talent like this, that is absolutely permanent.